Matthew Stout, Spencer Fabianar, Brandon Earls, Draven Sneed, all players that have solidified themselves in the ranks of college singles all-time greats. Who will be next? It's College Singles live from Myrtle Beach.
And she fires it down the middle.
Cornhole fans everywhere, welcome to the John T. Rhodes Sports and Events Center here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's continued coverage of the National High School and College Cornhole Championships. We had high school qualifying and champions crowned all day yesterday, and today is a day to do the same for college. We already have our college doubles finalists. We are now looking for our college singles finalists to join them in tonight's 8:30 p.m. broadcast right here on ESPN+. I'm Trey Ryder, joined alongside the Professor Anthony Ione. It's going to be a fun day. We are trying to get down to our final 4 players in the College Singles National Championship. We named off a couple of the all-time greats when it comes to college singles, the Spencer Fabianars, the Matthew Stouts of the world. Even when you look at top performers like a Logan Chamberlain came through the college ranks. Today may be an opportunity to maybe see the next generation of pro players, Anthony.
Yeah, super impressive what we saw in doubles yesterday. You know, the quality of the players in college continues to grow. A bit of domination yesterday for Winthrop, but excited to see what we get when these players play by themselves, no partner on the other side, college singles.
Yeah, exactly. You said the buzzword of the weekend, right? Winthrop. They have such a dominating performance in doubles. We're going to see 3 out of the 4 finalists in college doubles tonight are going to be Winthrop Eagles teams. You add in the college team national championship winners, a Winthrop team last night. As we look forward to this evening, the question will become, is it going to be a Winthrop sweep? Will we see those final 4 players all from Winthrop? Will we see a mix of players? Adrian College, East Carolina, Barton, so many different schools have sent players here to compete. 115 college singles competing in this National College Singles Championship. Some of the best players in the world, and I'm really excited. And Anthony, like, I guess the thing is, if you're a betting man, do you bet anything against Winthrop right now?
If from what we saw yesterday, no, that would be a bad bet. I feel like you're losing money on that one all the way. But yeah, you see, especially when you get into singles, you know, you kind of see these little pockets of players from different schools that are super, super talented. So it will be kind of everybody chasing Winthrop, but I expect at least one player in singles to kind of come through and challenge.
Yeah, we do have also a high school championship to bring you later on this evening. So schedule for today. For the next couple hours, we're going to be bringing you bracket play from college singles. Round robin just wrapped up a few moments ago. They're putting the brackets together. We're going to show you the first round matchup here happening right here. And then as we go into later on this evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern right here on ESPN Plus, as well as the ACL social media channels, we will be bringing you both the college singles and the college double national championships, as well as the high school teams national championship. Those just qualified today. We're going to see more of Gabriel Clausen, and that's going to be a ton of fun. As we look forward to the rest of the weekend, it is going to be all signature, right? We'll turn the page after today to the Saturday and Sunday schedule, which is going to be very much filled with the top pro players in the world. As we look for our entire signature schedule, look, this one is some added bonus. We get the high school and college national championships, but the rest of the way going to be filled with Pro Tour singles, doubles, and of course the new element of teams. Anthony, as we look forward to the signature schedule for the year, what catches your eye?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you know, this is kind of an added bonus. I mean, I'm looking across. I see David Moores. I saw Ethan Walker walking into the building. I saw AJ Sims doing some work in the blind draw last night. So here in Myrtle Beach, you know, we're starting to get our way closer to the pro events. Really excited to see how the weekend pops off, and we know here in Myrtle Beach, we're going to get a sense of what the pro season is going to look like, who's going to be hot coming into 2026. So I'm really excited to get the rest of the week going.
Well, yeah, like we said, Saturday and Sunday going to be filled with Pro Tour singles and doubles. We'll also have the Pro Teams draft on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the ACL social media channels. All right, we're getting ready to kick off college singles. We're going to take a quick break. When Anthony and I return, we dive in. It's time to crown a college singles national champion.
World.
Here's a pistachio, peppercorn flavor. Here's a cashew, Parmesan flavor. Living together in flavor harmony. To all the nuts, and to all the flavor.
Nice. Man, Miller's Ale House really has everything we need. Good food, good beer, plus every sport on TV.
Every sport.
Every single sport you can imagine.
Whoa. Now we're talking. Ladies.
They're right. All the sports and great food at Miller's Ale House, where the fans go.
This isn't just a backyard game anymore. It's focus, precision, pressure. Different backgrounds, same mindset. We show up to compete and earn respect one bag at a time. Because when you really care about the game, it starts with the right bag. Brotherhood Cornhole, where respect isn't given, it's thrown.
Welcome back here, the John T. Rhodes Sports and Event Center here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Still getting our college singles bracket made, so good opportunity to look back into the champions that we crowned yesterday. First and foremost, we start things, Anthony, on the high school doubles side. It was Brock Newton and Hunter Raines. I was personally really impressed by Brock Newton, so consistent. A little 6-7 action there, but what were your thoughts on Newton and Raines?
Yeah, I mean, you look at who they went through. They went through the Gore boys. They went through Clausen. They went through Haddock and Forbes, these type of players. I mean, when you take a first look at the bracket, you're like, who are going to be the favorites? We weren't expecting these kids to come through all the shots. Very impressive. And there you have Jace Fleischer. Man, he led the tournament in PPR, DPR, and again, going through some of our top players like Zach Aiken, Jake Gore. He beat him 26-4 in the bracket final. I mean, I think it was like a day of just, you know, the dark horses coming through and taking down some of the championships.
And on the college team side, we had Winthrop versus Winthrop in the final. Michaela Calvie was locked in against Gavin, Hammond there. They get the win, and Winthrop continues to roll as one of the top teams in the country. I mean, again, tough to beat anybody.
I got to say, I was impressed with the roll bag from Calvie. Look out for that moving forward.
Yeah, she's going to be really, really good. And so as we look forward, again, just getting ready to kick off college singles, will we see some more of those players we saw yesterday? We're going to take one more break, and when we return, it'll be time to kick off college singles action. We'll be back here from Myrtle Beach. Welcome back, Cornhole fans. Still waiting on our college singles bracket. But we're
It's
getting
coming.
there.
It's coming.
It's coming. All right, but we do have a top 10 shots video from Richmond that we're going to throw up here. Witness some of the best shots from the Richmond Open as we dive in here to the rest of our action here in Myrtle Beach.
Wow, I can't believe he wants to go for a push here.
I don't like that at all. I like an airmail. Yeah. I don't think Berkeley likes the push either.
No.
Slick side in his hand. He is going to go push. For the win, he gets them all.
Wow.
He called it. Berkeley pair with a great shot for the win. Now what does J-Stu do? He's going to go slick side. He's going to try to collect this bag.
What it looks like.
Oh my God, what a shot
Wow.
from Jeremiah Stewart. And you push Collins' bag up. Does he still wear sandals and white socks every tournament? Let me check. Yup. He's got him on right now.
Yes, he does.
15-8 in round 10. Oh! How about a little bar of soap action from Kaylin Allshouse? 13-10 round 17. Now, what do you do if you're Aiken? Because right now you're up 2.
He's going
no,
fast
he's
side
got him on
push.
off. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Zach Aiken. Disgusting.
Sammy with a 9.67, only a 25% four-bagger, but we talked a little bit about it before, and that is a disgusting bar of soap. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Because I get to go with my family, and Kayla's family comes too, so we get this big, like, nice, like, condo,
Oh, yeah,
almost like a
heck
condo.
yeah.
So we got everybody.
Oh
my God.
How does he not take Mark's bag right
Mark's not,
there?
and you know what's crazy? Mark's not even phased about that.
Oh.
Because he knows
Wow.
he's going to hit it.
It's not going to be an easy road back after throwing that bag. Any way you look at it.
He is going slick, so that obviously it makes me think he's going after it. This is going to be a tough shot, but man, if he hits this, slick side for Thompson. Yes, sir!
Oh my gosh.
What a bag for Thompson to stay in it. I really like him shooting this, man. Let's see if I think he's 100% going to. This would be a big shot for Tanner Herbert. If he can hit this clean, guarantee yourself a couple of points. Herbert up, and oh, he gets them all!
Oh my gosh!
You gotta be kidding me! What a bag for Tanner Herbert! He left Gavin's there, and now Kano's got to do some damage control
Just got to collect one of these.
to stay in the game. He gets them all!
my
Are you
goodness.
serious? Tanner Herbert and Gavin Kano with the round of the weekend. Ryan,
deep.
perfect.
Oh my
That is
gosh.
better than in. That is so much better than in. So now Crabtree, you can't go clean, so you have to drag one of your bags to stay alive.
I'm just saying there's a chance here that he drags all of them
for the win. Oh, he only drags his. How do you leave Wiedenfeld's there? He gets 2 for the win. Are you serious, Landon Crabtree?
Back tilt in his hand. I think he's going to go for a roll on top.
I mean, that's probably a great, because if they do fall, you still get at least one bag in, and he misses it. So now the decision for Tony, do you go hard push or do you go airmail? Oh, you have to get something to go, though. You cannot wash out this round.
No.
He is going line drive, and he gets them all.
Gosh.
What a shot for Tony Forbes. Give him 8. How about a line drive slick side airmail? I think that's what it ended up being. Look at this one more time. He went right at the pile. He just line drive landed right on top of it.
That was an interesting push.
And just like that, it's a 2-point game.
All right, welcome back, folks. Well, we're tired of making you guys watch videos, so we're going to just jump right into some action. So college singles brackets still getting finalized here. They had some round-robin games that just ran super long, so we are going to actually just jump over and show you guys some corner. We'll talk about some things while things are going on. This is actually a women's pro qualifier event, so we're getting towards the end of women trying to get in to take one of those spots in the final pro singles bracket for the weekend. So we got Rosie Streaker and Hannah Haskins going head-to-head here. We'll show you this game. We'll talk through it. We'll kind of continue to preview the rest of the weekend and see how things go. But going to be a battle here between two players that are one player that we know really, really well in Rosie Streaker and Hannah Haskins, one that's starting to develop a real reputation as a top player. And as I say that, that's on me. Bag off the side. It's going to be a big round out of the gate of 7 for Rosie Streaker. First time on this big stage, kind of throwing her in the fire here, Anthony.
Yeah, no doubt. Like you said, one of the veterans in the game, Rosie. Going to be a first look for me on Hannah. So when I have a first look at a player, first thing I look for is what kind of a grip we're going to get out of that. And then the release. I got to say, out of the gate, Hannah has that new style, kind of younger style butterfly grip. Where Rosie's that old school lower handshake release. So that's going to tell me Hannah might have a cut bag in her bag. She might have a roll. So those are the kind of things we're going to look for. This looks like to be game 3 out of 4 rounders. Both ladies 1-1 coming into this match.
Yeah, so this is going to be really dependent. I mean, there's going to be about 20 spots available for each women, junior, and senior in here. So you're trying to get into that top of the table, if you will. So a win here probably and likely sets either woman up for success of making the final bracket. And so this is it's an important one. I wouldn't say a loss here necessarily eliminates you. It just makes you're going to have to win that game 4 if you want to make it there in the end.
Yeah, definitely. And Trey, if I remember correctly, it's 20 women that go through the qualifier. So out of the entire field, we're going to take 20 of the ladies into the main pro bracket. And then that bag 4, we were just talking about a first look at Hannah. She did throw that roll bag on bag 4. She got some hop out of it, a little left on her mark. So that's something that Rosie Streaker's not going to have. And here's the cut shot right there from Hannah. So she's showing us she has a real deep bag when it comes to shot selection.
And as we talk, let's talk a little bit about what you were just mentioning, Anthony, is a format for this Pro Tour and how the qualifying works, right? So the final bracket, when it comes to the pro singles bracket, there's going to be 220 players in that final singles bracket. The top 100 always are going to get entry into that bracket automatically. They need no qualifying. They're going to be seated automatically. That bracket's already set, actually. You can go look at that. It's on the website. Jamie Graham, #1 seed in that bracket. Then there are 120 spots available for various pro players to fight their way into. The rest of the pro player base, about 300 players, okay? The top 20 women in qualifying going to get into that bracket. That's what we see competing here. The top 20 seniors that are qualifying right now going to get into that bracket. And then the top 20 juniors going to get into that bracket. Then in addition to that, later on this afternoon, the rest of the pro pool, those that don't fall into the women, the junior, or the senior bracket, all of those players, there's well over 150, almost 200 of them here this weekend competing for 60 spots to get into that final pro singles bracket. So a lot on the line, $50,000 just in pro singles this weekend. It's one of the biggest tournaments in the history of the sport, kind of really leaning into some big prize pools this year. And so that's kind of the overall format we're looking at here.
So Trey, if we did a bunch of calculus on all those numbers, with 4 64-person brackets, I think we got about 36 of those players that'll get buys, right?
Right.
So that's good. That's another advantage with this style is you're rewarded for those higher seeds coming into the bracket to get a buy in the first round.
Yeah, this is certainly there's certainly going to be a tough way to get through here. As we look for Rosie, she's up 14-3 right now against Haskins.
So yeah, Rosie, one of the best bag runners we've ever seen in the female division, and it is paying off right now. So those little mistakes from Hannah, she's able to get that bag to roll, but she's been a bit off on her mark a little bit, and there's a good example going left. You do not want to be off the board against a Rosie Streaker. This is a player who can throw 11+ in a game if you do not block the hole. So for a player like me, if I were going to go up against Rosie Streaker, there's no way I would try and outrun her on the board. I'd have to lay some type of a deep block like a level 1 to stand a chance against her.
Yeah, absolutely. When you get into against a bag runner, it's going to be critical you're able to get in front there. You can't leave bags off the back. They're just gonna take advantage so much. At least when you're playing against a defensive player, sometimes they may leave more bags in front of the hole than they'd want. But a bag runner, like you said, bags off the board turn into big points. That is how they capitalize off of the big points, is your misses.
That was a reverse cut collect attempt by Hannah. And that's the danger of trying to chase bags out to the left like that. If you're left on your mark, you're just giving more opportunity to score. Here's a step out. We're probably going to get her little cut bag in from the right. She's right, she's left. She's showing us she has the ability to shape shots, but just trying to figure out her line. And there's another roll cut attempt out to the left. There's a couple stages to kind of taking your game to the next level. When you start rolling and cutting like that, obviously your wrist action is going to be a little bit better. And when you're doing that for the first time, it does mess up your line, right? So players come out for the first, as new players, really trying to just throw the bag straight. Then you implement some wrist action to get rolls and cuts, and it jacks up your line a little bit. You'll be right, you'll be left. So that next evolution is being able to roll and cut on line. Then you become a spot shooter, landing right behind bags so that your depth is correct on your speed to the hole. So it takes a while to turn your game from running bags to rolling bags to reach a level like an Ethan Walker or some of these best rollers in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you said it best. I mean, the technique is so critical to elevate that game. And as we get a big bunch up here, I think Rosie Streaker is just going to be happy being in the center. My favorite thing, or Jeff McCarriger's favorite thing, white on white bags, right?
Yeah. There was a 50-50 shot from Hannah. Backside airmail was available. She chose the cut bag, so that goes to tell me she's favoring her rolls and cuts over her airmail, where a player like Rosie's more like 100% zero. She's going to 100% shoot that versus roll.
All right, I have great news. The college brackets are set. So we have them. We will, after this game, immediately in this little filler match that we brought in here, we will jump back over and to do our college singles action. So it's good news for all the college fans out there.
Great placement. She's going to split that, move Rosie out to the right. That's going to put her right back into this round. Rosie looking to collect off the right for the win.
Oh, it moved a little bit. Question is, Rosie Streaker's not got a strong cut, but now it could just be in for the win here, Anthony. Slick side down. In wins it. Bag away from Streaker. Oh, it's too much. Too much heat on it. She gives us a little smile here in the booth. She knows she had the opportunity. Did you like slick side there?
I did, and if I were going to go, I would favor right. You didn't even need the throw bag to go in. A clip for one off of a 9-8 wins it. So favor right on that one.
Well, and this, with that bag way out to the left, probably not collectible. This feels like a 4-bagger wins it here for Streaker. She kind of does the same, but I don't know, I think her bag's probably more collectible.
Yeah, a bit of a tip for our players out there. When you have a bumper out to the left like that on a wide open board, you're not shooting at the hole anymore. For me, I'm hole center, a little bit towards the bag. Essentially, the hole just got a lot bigger. Use that bumper. Don't be right. Use the bumper when you need it.
And now does she go for a drag for the win is
Yes.
the question.
20-6, shoot it.
Streaker going up for the win. Oh, and she just rims out. That's going to be 3 more points towards Haskins. $20-9. Sorry, 1 more point for her. No, it was 3. Okay, sorry. 20 to 9. First bag in there. That's something she hasn't been able to do for a little while now. Scott Party, 5514 YouTube says that 1 point is the hardest to get sometimes. You aren't kidding. That sitting on 20, it just feels like you're so close.
Rosie looking to not collect. She wants to stay right. That puts Haskins right back into the round. As a righty, this cut is in her favor, and there it is, Trey.
Yeah, now it's like, do you airmail just for the wash? This is a really tough play. She's got fast side down. She's trying to push it all, and she gets it.
Wow, that's tough.
That was an aggressive shot by Streaker, especially with someone that doesn't have that tight spinning bag. It can be so difficult to hit these hard pushes, but she nailed it.
Yeah, and speed's so important. It seems like the boards aren't playing too slow here in Myrtle Beach. I mean, if anything, they're kind of on the medium to fast side, so there's a case where that actually helped Rosie Streaker. If we're in Florida and you got those real gunky boards, everything kind of sticks in front of the hole.
Well, you just talked about a bag using on the left side as a bumper. Any variation to the right side that we see right here from Streaker? She could use that, I'm saying, for the bumper from Haskins. Oh, but she's off again. Now the good news is, right, you can still win this in a 9-on-8, even if Haskins puts everything in. But it's critical to stay down the center here if you're Streaker, and she's gone off that fast side, I see.
Beautiful roll from Haskins, but like you said, an up-the-middle shot for Streaker to win it.
This is in for the win for Rosie Streaker. Bag is away, and it goes in. As our friend Jake would say, lucky the hole was there on that one. That was screaming up the board. Rosie Streaker wins our first game of the day. A nice fill-in match for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for it. College singles officially on deck. We'll be live from Myrtle Beach right after this.
Out here, there are no half measures. Doing it right is Plan A and Plan B. You need equipment that's up to the challenge. All day, all conditions, all year round.
Welcome to Miller's Ale House.
Hey, would you mind? I always sit here during the games. It's my lucky chair.
Yeah, my team has scored twice since I've sat here. I can't move now. This is my lucky chair.
Hey, you're in my lucky chair.
Miller's Ale House, where the fans go.
Almonds like this, ranch flavor, cashews like that, buffalo flavor. This plus that is flavor harmony. Do all the nuts, nut duos, and do all the flavor.
Welcome back to the beach, where one super-powered father gave a whole new meaning to SPF.
Here's Vacation Dad Tommy No-Tone Jones setting a daily record for sunscreen application.
He's got reflexes like a cat.
Amazing speed.
Let's take another look in
Now that's how you beach with the best in Myrtle Beach. So long and beach easy. Plan your best beach vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com.
Welcome back, Cornhole fans, here inside the John T. Rhodes Sports and Events Center, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. It's been the home of the ACL here around New Year's for 8 years now. Crazy that it's been that long. We just saw some good filler matches, but we're ready. It's time to kick off college singles action, and going to give an opportunity here in a couple first early rounds, show some players we haven't seen yet this weekend. It's actually going to be a UMass versus UMass battle. It's going to be Lucas Wildrick against Connor Brugger. Lucas there on the left side, actually the club president for UMass Cornhole Club. Had an opportunity to talk a lot with him over the past year about building the UMass club. And he's done a great job bringing more and more players to the club, getting it started. So many different colleges across the country, Anthony, we're now seeing starting these cornhole clubs, getting people into the game, into the sport, and playing at a high level here. So it's a lot of fun.
I got to say that's unfortunate. You come all the way out to Myrtle Beach, right? And you end up playing a guy from home. You know, you want to see somebody new. It's almost like AAU basketball. You travel all the way to Cali or Vegas, and then you play another team from your state. It looks like there's well over 100 college players here in singles as the brackets start to populate for us. So to play a guy from home, someone you probably play every day.
There's good and bad to it, right? The good news is this being a single elimination tournament, when you win, you're going to somebody from UMass Amherst going into the second round. Right. That's the one upside that you're thinking about as you approach this. And a good start here for Wildrick. Brugger is able to, or Bruggs on the back of his jersey says he's able to
Bruggs
limit the damage on the last bag there, but it's going to be an early 6-0 lead for Wildrick. Yeah, 115 players, tons of colleges represented here all across the country. All right, you're the technique man here, Anthony. Let's get some evaluation of technique here.
Yeah, you could definitely tell out of the gate Lucas a little bit more advanced in his release and his grip with Connor, and we typically see with brand new players, and this is how I would train a brand new player just to get used to lines, the straight line, is a handshake style release. So pinky low, and that's what we're getting out of Connor. The downside is you haven't evolved your grip or release to be able to cut and roll and throw a flat bag, but it's great for our new players just to get used to how to throw a straight bag, a straight line. So I'm going to guess here just out of the gate that Lucas is going to have a bit more advanced of a game. And as I say that, a rodeo from Connor, a really high air mail. Looks like he was short on his mark, but that worked.
James Beam saying Anthony Ione, the man.
Oh, hey.
In the chat.
Let's go.
You got
Beamer.
fan clubs in here.
Beamer.
12 round. Do they still have the 12 round limit? Yes. So now we're into the college space. So all college and high school competition is going to be 12 round limited. So as we're looking through this one, you can see there on your screen, round number 3. We will still go to 21 if someone hits it. We got Pro Snipers lucky bags there. Vanish, I'm not familiar with. Is that an and one? I think that's an and one.
We're going to count that.
I think we're going to count it. I think Wildrick can add that to his highlight reel. He can bring home to the rest of the team and say, hey, I threw an and one.
Here's Lucas coming through on
counting
back
it.
4. Yeah, count it.
I'm absolutely counting it.
Looks like we got the man, Ryan Wiedenfield, joining us for some college action. Wiedenfield, I think, set for a really good season here in 2026. We're seeing some good stuff out of him in the Open Series. But again, with the Pro Division kicking off tomorrow, we're going to get a good look at everybody and who's going to be popping off in this new season. Good push there through for Lucas. Hey, we're going to get a collect attempt here from Connor. He's going to step out. Again, really tough with that front-loaded release to get a good push.
Oh, nice little bully, though. This is got to be in, right? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's going to hurt. Well, something tells me that one went so quick that we might be seeing Mr. Wildrick right back up here. But we're going to take a quick break. Big win there for Wildrick. We'll be live here for more live coverage of college singles from Myrtle Beach.
beach, following one beacher leveling up in her hero's journey.
This is Bridget, paperback writer, finally with a moment of peace, and she is locked in on her beach read.
Looks like paper beats metal. Do I smell bookworm?
What a leap!
Dusty. I don't think she noticed.
Is that a mime?
I believe that's a Frenchman asking for directions.
Now that's how you beach with the best in Myrtle Beach. Stay beachy, everyone. Plan your best beach vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com.
This isn't just a backyard game anymore. It's focus, precision, pressure. Different backgrounds, same mindset. We show up to compete and earn respect one bag at a time. Because when you really care about the game, it starts with the right bag. Brotherhood Cornhole, where respect isn't given, it's thrown.
Strength, style, simplicity, no fluff. Just real beard care that delivers. Step 1, wash and tame. Keratin strengthens, cleanses, and conditions. Step 2, beard oil. Jojoba hydrates. Soy protein strengthens. Instant upgrade. Finish strong with beard balm. Olive oil fights frizz. Beeswax locks it in. Sharp, controlled, unstoppable. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Beard Guys has your back. Unleash your beast.
Camping World. Since 19...
Here's a pistachio, peppercorn flavor. Here's a cashew, Parmesan flavor. Living together in flavor harmony. To all the nuts, and to all the flavor.
Nice. Man, Miller's Ale House really has everything we need. Good food, good beer, plus every sport on TV.
Every sport.
Every single sport you can imagine.
Whoa! Now we're talking. Ladies.
They're right. All the sports and great food at Miller's Ale House, where the fans go.
This isn't just a backyard game anymore. It's focus, precision, pressure. Different backgrounds, same mindset. We show up to compete and earn respect one bag at a time. Because when you really care about the game, it starts with the right bag. Brotherhood Cornhole, where respect isn't given, it's thrown.
Welcome back, Cornhole fans, making our way through college singles action. 115 of the best collegiate cornhole players in the country trying to get down to our final four. Those will compete tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live here on ESPN+. Trey Ryder alongside the Professor Anthony Ione, Corey Russell, producer in the truck, the rest of the ACL team. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here on your Friday. I think some of you may be working, some of you kind of maybe took Friday off, or the office is empty and you're kind of just sitting there watching cornhole. So I want you to give me a thumbs up in the chat if you're watching on social. If you are watching from work right now because work is dead, right? That's what I want to see in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Next matchup here we are going to see the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater taking on Colorado State University with Ethan Rowe there on the left side of your screen, Douglas Lewis there on the right side of your screen. Both players pretty dominating victories in their first game. Ethan Rowe wins it 21-0 against Kevin Schnell, and then Douglas Lewis wins 26-2 over Harry Davies. I told you I was going to ask you, and that's going to be my theme for the day. I want you evaluating technique all day here, Anthony. So what are we seeing here early from as these guys go down and back?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. You know, this is a good time to talk about kind of athletic movement versus minimizing variation. If we look at a pro player like Chris Roybal, who has a lot of extra movement in his pitch, I would say Ethan Rowe is almost the opposite. Not only is he very side-by-side in his feet, his knees stay locked. Watch his knees stay locked. You do want to stay athletic. Now, when I say remove as much variation as possible, you do want to be athletic at the same time, especially for our steppers. You know, they kind of have that athletic, comfortable move moving forward. Ethan Rowe, very, very static. I would say let's add a little bit of athletic movement in the knees, and you want to stagger your feet. It's fine that you're a non-stepper, but being side-by-side reminds me, remember old school pro Tay Harris? Tay Harris was very side-by-side, and he actually was pretty successful with that, taking down guys like Matt Guy and won a big tournament. But that's what I would say from Ethan Rowe. Douglas, a little bit more athletic. I don't know. I saw some big air mails out of Ethan in warm-up. I think he's still going to be down the middle, but we'll have to see what these boys give us.
Well, Michael Lucas Jr. also, another player that was very side by side. Corey said, "We got some Brotherhood bags in here." Is that what you're telling me? Yeah. Yeah. Looks like, was it Douglas or is it Ethan throwing? Douglas throwing Brotherhood bags. Bag sponsor of the weekend. Shout out Brotherhood Cornhole. They got a nice booth out here. They're right next to us, actually. They're like the first booth near this live stream court. Okay, there's one thing I learned here from today. All of you are playing hooky from work. We got about 700 thumbs up in this chat right here. I mean, just absolutely insane how many people are just watching from work. And you know what? I respect it. I respect it. Called a couple of, I saw Fred Boucherel in the chat giving me a thumbs up. Shout out Fred.
Oh my goodness, what's up, Fred?
But too many of you are working from work, and I love it. So shout out to all of you.
Big miss by Douglas. He had a bumper left, a bumper right. That hole was 15 inches across. That is a slick side down the middle. One of the easiest shots with all that bumper. Ends up right on his mark. And that one stings. That's basically both bags in the hole. And Trey, just to confirm, we're going to stay with the 12-round limited for this college singles.
Correct. 12 rounds all the way through.
That's going to be a tough collect for Douglas. He hasn't shown the ability to put that bag on its right edge, which allows you to move right to left.
Ooh, that was a nice little push around and in. I do have to give a shout out here, Anthony. We got Ethan Rowe there. You see University of Wisconsin Whitewater jersey that he's throwing there as he's going to get a bunch of points and help him get back into this one. Ethan Rowe, University of Wisconsin Whitewater, also club president there. Dylan Freeman was our ACL college intern for the semester, did a fantastic job helping build up the foundation for ACL college and establish a lot of eligibility rules and helped to create club documentation for new programs wanting to join. So shout out to Dylan. I don't know if he's watching. He'll probably get this later, but really thankful for what he was able to do. And obviously he's going to be cheering hard afar for Mr. Ethan Rowe.
Okay. Hey, we're going open board air mails today. Well, that's what we're doing.
I don't. That completely took me out of left. Did that? Any chance he was trying to and one there, or?
I think he was long on his mark. He fist pumped it like it was meant. It was on purpose.
Was any chance it was I mean, he does throw a high bag, right? I mean, his landing zone. Let's check his. Well, I guess he got a bag in front. So
Nope. And there's a roll bag. Hey, he does have a front-loaded bag, but that one was extra front-loaded. Honestly,
what is
happening right now? We might just be getting some accidental shots, or I don't know.
I think he's cooking. Do we get an and one just to cap off this craziness? No, we do not.
And you know what's funny about that roll bag? We haven't seen it in a while. That takes us all the way back to like the flop shot where you can roll over bags with a front load. Now, the game is completely migrated to the back-loaded kind of roll, but you can get over bags moving all the way to the front, and that's what he did. We just don't see it very often anymore.
Yeah, it's the same result, but it's a different mechanism, right? The back-loaded, you're kind of smacking the board,
yes.
and the smack gets a bounce, which causes the bag to roll. This one is more like, you know, your feet get taken out from underneath you, and you just tumble over because you're top-heavy, and you just literally tumble over the bag, and that's kind of the roll mechanism we saw there.
Good block. That's going to set up an airmail. Well, he shot that open board airmail. Let's see a normal airmail here, and he passes on it. So what happens is he pushed one in for him, one in for his opponent, and opened up the entire left. No step out for Ethan. That's a situation where we'd like you to take that step out. You have 3 feet. If you can see that red box, you're allowed to move 3 feet out to the outside of the box to get a better line, a better angle. Ethan choosing not to take advantage of that, especially when you're a right-hander inside arm. He's throwing over the board, so his line is really center to center, board center to center, so take advantage of those step-out angles.
This would be I don't want to say an upset because I'm not as familiar, but at least if you look at strictly seeding, all these players played in 4 games of round robin to seed them into this bracket. At least from a seeding perspective, this would be an upset. Douglas Lewis came in as the 24 seed. Ethan Rowe was a top 10 seed at number 9.
Okay.
Cleans it up there now. Lewis off to the side, clear opportunity. Anything you get here is points.
Oh, slick side not doing work for him.
And that's about probably the only place you could have missed, because if you're more left, you're taking your bag in, you're going in right there. Oh, man, and you'd think you at least catch the hole if you're not able to push everything in. Tough break there for Rowe. He's got to make some magic here now. 4 rounds remaining. 16-6, 10-point deficit. Math wizards would tell us you're between a 2 and a 3 there on your average. That's going to help, though.
No more mistakes for Rowe. That's 3 points off the back. 5 to close this one up, but
Rowe's still in a position to maybe, but he gives it up. He's got to be frustrated as Lewis has one off the back, but he's still going to get points, and that has got to make you so frustrated because you had a clear opportunity. When he throws one off the board, you're thinking to yourself, I'm getting 3 points at a minimum. That's better than even what I need to average to get back into this. Round ends up giving up a single point the other way. Solid block right in front.
This is that pro level where you get the side-by-sides, you get the level 1 block.
And that's a pro level push around and leave your opponent sitting in their own lane.
And notice the use of the box. That was Lewis moving all the way out to the left side of that box to get a better angle and off the side.
And that's going to do it, folks. That is going to be a 5 spot right there, I believe. And that's going to be enough to get this one done. Oh, no, it's not. No, I missed. Did I think the wrong bag was the wrong bag, I guess?
Yeah, those designs are really busy. It got me a little bit earlier, too. When there's bags spraying all over the place, you're doing a lot of math, you know?
I pulled a Jake Brandon from yesterday.
Yeah, except he had the crowd, the entire live crowd against him. We're going to get some bonus play here. Love that bag. Now here's what can you do with traffic?
And now do you go for an airmail to take everything?
You come in hot if you're Rowe, because you could bully that, essentially bar of soap that bag, but that didn't work out. One fell, I can't tell. I think the bottom stacked bag might have fallen.
Well, you're not going to get me to chime in here because I already screwed up once, so I can't tell what's fallen at all.
Yeah, we got similar stick side colors. Fancy designs up top. I don't even think they know. They're like, what is that?
Well, Douglas Lewis knew. And it's going to be 17-10 going into the last round. Looks like it was a wash. All right, so Lewis needs to put essentially 2 bags in the hole, and that will do it.
Yeah, a bit of a run here for Rowe. We were 16-5 at one point. Lewis just unable to close this one out. Now here's when you have a bump left and right. Just stay middle with the slick side.
Ben Galstian to the director's table. Ben
It's going to be really difficult to make a comeback now with a bag off the back and under the leg. Hey, good effort there. That's going to do it. Douglas Lewis going to get this victory here against Ethan Rowe. Ethan Rowe eliminated from this college singles championship. Lewis going to advance to take on most likely Michaela Calvie. We'll be right back when we return. More live action from Myrtle Beach. Welcome back, Cornhole fans, here inside the Myrtle Beach Sports Center. Trey Ryder, Anthony Ione, Corey Russell bringing all the action here for college singles. Making our way through the bracket, have our next matchup ready here. We're going to have 2 new schools again. We're 6 players, 6 unique schools. That's how we like it, especially here early, the ongoing, showing all the different universities represented here at the National College Cornhole Championship. We are going to see the top player from Adrian College. Adrian College, renowned as probably the 2nd top program here in the country. There's certainly be arguments to be made, but a real strong program being put together at Adrian College in Cornhole. You're going to see Alex Weaver there on the left side of your screen. He's going to be going up against the leader of another top program here in ACL College. That's Maverick Marmol. Maverick here, the club president for the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. And so he is going to be leading his team, and he's going to see if he can make a little run himself here in singles. See the bag spin there, and we're going to get underway. Anthony's really going to like the technique here for Weaver. I know that for a fact. He's seen him before Got the butterfly grip, the flat bag, and honestly, it's not even completely flat. It almost has a natural on his slide shot, that natural backward tilt that you like to see for a player that's very good at rolling. And you can see just there, that really wasn't even meant to be a roll, but because of the angle of his slide shot, he gets a little roll action to get through traffic really easily.
Yeah, I think this is going to be our most advanced game so far. Even with a first look here at Marmol, man, his bag is nice and flat and loaded. Now, what can you do with that? We're going to find out a little bit if he can put this on angles. Can we get some cut shots? Can we get some rolls? Looks like he's comfortable with the slick side of his bag. Let's see if it works on bag 4. Nice shot. Almost collects, but yeah, we're going to bump up the level of skill here a little bit in this match.
Early 2-0 lead here for Marmol. What's interesting to watch from Maverick, I've talked to him a bunch of times, and I said, how's the run in the club and everything? You see, I get a lot of their attention in the spring, which is unfortunate, but because it's such a big football school, it's tough to get their weekend attention in the fall. He's like trying to schedule meets around. He's like, hey, if Tennessee has got a bye week, we'll be there at the meet.
We're
right?
good, yeah.
Maybe an away game we're okay, but if we got there's a meet scheduled for a home game, you better forget it. We're not there.
That bag lift is going to make an airmail a little bit more difficult. Still shootable, but you got some height on that bag, and he's going to abandon the drag bag airmail on the back side. The roll's still available for Weaver. He showed he can get up and over piles. And there it is. It's going to go.
How about that? You would love to have just dropped without taking Marmol, but that's an elite level roll there. I mean, it really did everything he needed to. Pops over, falls back in. Wow.
Weaver shooting a respectable 9.5 through the 4 rounds of rounders. That's top 10 in the PPR list for the 100-plus field of college singles. That's a bag you don't want to chase if you're Maverick. Those get you in trouble. I like the position of this bag, a deep level 1. At the pro level, we would typically see a cleanup, and that's what we're going to get. Slick side in the hand. You want to come through with speed, just clean up the middle.
It goes all the way through there, cleans it up easy. That's going to be good points there for Weaver. That's going to lock us up at 5. Nice little momentum building. Looking around the crowd, I see some University of Tennessee supporters. I do see the head coach of Adrian, Max Benedict, in the crowd, making sure he tunes in to watch his top player.
I'll try. I do recognize Weaver from previous seasons. I feel like he's had a couple deep runs in previous years. My first look here at Maverick. Not bad. I mean, that's still doable. We should get a block attempt here. This will be a full box step out for Maverick. Using that far left bag as a bumper, he should be able to collect. Little right on his mark. He gets hung up on that center block.
Oh, and he just can't get all the way over.
Maverick passed on this airmail last time, a very similar setup with stacked bags in the front, wide open. We got to get an airmail here.
Oh, and it's deep off the back. That's going to be more points there for Weaver. As you can see, Tennessee cheering on Prez. Weaver 8-5 right now. Winner of this, so we're making our way through first couple rounds here. So here we are in bracket B. This is a second round game. Winner is going to advance. It looks like the other adjacent game just got done, so winner of this will play Drew Gosshorn, who is the number 4 overall seed coming out of Rounders. Meanwhile, really impressive cut around there.
Yeah, that really set up like a pro level round. You had a perfect level 1 block. I'm going to see your level 1 with a perfect back block. Weaver comes in with a nice cut. Another airmail opportunity. I like a roll on bag 3 if he has it. A deep breath from Maverick. Things just don't seem to be going his way right here, but here is another wide open airmail. Do we get an airmail or a roll?
Going up again. Oh, and this time he's also missed again. And that's really been the difference here in the past couple rounds is that, you know, when we look at 2 airmail misses so far for Marmol, if he hits both of those, right, this game is even.
Yeah, you have a tie
or he could
game.
be winning, yeah.
Coming into the middle part of this round-limited 12-round match. Down 5. You're not panicking yet if you're Maverick with 7 scoring rounds left. Just got to figure out your line a little bit, specifically on that airmail. There's a good push, and that is a perfect line. Now finish up and get yourself 2.
Oh, and it ends up a little bit out to the side. You can see the frustration. He had this clear window, not able to take advantage. He's going to end up with a wash there. 10-5. Remain our score. Now we're halfway through this one.
Weaver's been given the opportunities. Again, if you're Maverick, you're not panicking yet. And there's another opportunity. Bumper out to the right. At the pro level, sometimes, you know, you see guys go on 50 or 40 or 50 bag runs. So when you're looking down at a 10-5 score with only 5 rounds left, you panic a little bit. But in this case, Weaver's giving him opportunities to score. You just have to take advantage.
Yeah, Weaver's been good. He hasn't been unbeatable by any stretch.
Right.
So there is opportunity there, and I think that should be optimism here for Marmol because he really just has to, if he can just stay down the center, right, there's a clear opportunity. 4-bagger gets you a couple points. And it's in. And Tennessee likes it. On 10-7, Adrian, not so much, but they still gotta like that Weaver's leading 10-7. It's been really cool to watch the evolution of Alex Weaver as well because he was one of the first signees by Adrian College. And I remember watching him a couple years ago and telling myself, I really hope they can compete with some of the best players. But honestly, he couldn't, right? He was a player, but he's really been coached up and developed, and he's got now this strong shot selection and someone that could be primed. You know, in the first college rankings, he came out at number 7. He's won a meet as an individual, so he has that capability to compete at a high level. He's just got to string together some good games against some top-level competition.
Marmol choosing the roll versus the airmail on that one. He's been here a couple times, Trey. I think he's 0 for 2, 0 for 3. Another airmail opportunity on bag 4.
That time he hits it. But Weaver can still put points on the board here with another roll, and it does do a full tumble, but not enough to go all the way down. And we'll stay we'll stay at 10-7. Here's the roll. That one was in. Here's the airmail here by Marmol. Bang.
Marmol needs to make a little move here. It doesn't need to be this round, but it would be nice getting it in round 9. We've got this game clock in the form of rounds, so he does feel the closing of this game approaching. And there's an opportunity. Does he go slick? He's going to stay stick, no step out. You have to at least push that front bag.
That actually kind of works, though,
That's
right?
Beautiful.
You keep positioning, and now a lane has been created. I like fast side up the center.
And you're good cleaning up if you have to.
Bag away from Marmol, and he gets both.
Bringing him back like that actually puts Weaver in a bad position. This is the typical setup for a 3-bag wedge. That would be a 6 spot on a 3-bag wedge.
Fast side down. And you know what? It takes a lot for players to swallow their pride and say, I'm just going to go after one of them. If you had chosen to go after both of them, here's the roll here by Marmol, and then here's the follow-up push to split and bring it closer. If you choose, exactly as you said, choose to go after both of them, you end up with a 3-bag wedge, you're done. I really, really respect the decision to say, I'm going to give up points doing this, but I'm just going to pick one of these to collect by Weaver.
And keep the lead going into round 10. So that, you know, not a bad situation right now for Weaver, even though he gave up points in round 9.
Marmol just hops over it. These guys starting to throw a little bit right now.
Yeah, you can see that. That lift bag is high-level play. These guys actually aren't rolling in those cases. They're just lifting the left side of the bag and letting it travel over. It's like bicycling and car racing where you come up on 2 wheels going around a corner. Oh, a chance to get 4 here. This would be a big shot. He's been showing the ability to run over. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and it just sits on top of the pile. It does not go. It is still going to be 2 points as we head into round number 11. But how critical would 4 have been? And it just felt like it was going to go. He thought it was going to go.
Yeah, that's a big sigh of relief from Marmol. I mean, going into round 11 down 5 is way different than going into round 11 down 3. And here's an opportunity to get 2.
Oh, dead spot,
it's but not a bad miss.
Ended up in a good position, even though it was a dead spot and miss. And that's a really good recovery bag, too. The thing with Marmol is he landed in Weaver's landing zone. So because of that, you're in a decent position.
Oh, that's so good, Trey.
Maybe a short airmail, lower your landing zone. He's got fast side down. Oh, and he gets 2 in, and the other one looks ready to go. Marmol collects Weaver with him. Now, if Weaver can go in, he's going to, I feel like, guarantee some points, but this would put a lot of pressure on Marmol, and it is in. You go after it, Anthony.
Have to, right? 9-12, round 11. You got to collect here.
Game on the line. It feels like Marmol is away, and he's not able to get it. That's going to be 4 points, and that may be the dagger. Now 7 points is the deficit going into the 12th and final round. That may be the game winner right there.
That was clutch, and I got to say, Weaver's cut roll was really the bag or the shot that got him through this match. It came into play. He must have thrown that thing maybe 30% of the time, and he was on with consistency.
Really just trying to put 3 bags in. A 7-point round would guarantee a victory here for Weaver to prevent giving up a 7. I think if you're Weaver here, you really can't play too many crazy games. Just be in front, get in the way.
Yep. Gonna need a short airmail here. Everything's got to go for Marmol. Look for him to land right on the 2 blue bag piled up.
And he knocks one in, goes off the back, and that is going to do it. Alex Weaver in a battle with Maverick Marmol is going to advance here in this college singles tournament. That's been our game of the day so far, Anthony. Really impressed with both players. They both came to play. It was just Weaver's rollability, and in the second to last round, the ability to land short on that short airmail on the slick side that paid the difference. All right, well, we are making our way through college singles. We have another game to bring you. We're going to jump over, it looks like, into bracket A. We're going to have Canon Hatcher versus Troy McLuhan here on court 1 right after this.
Out here, there are no half measures. Doing it right is plan A and plan B. You need equipment that's up to the challenge. All day, all conditions, all year round.
Welcome to Miller's Ale House.
Hey, would you mind? I always sit here during the games. It's my lucky chair.
Yeah, my team has scored twice since I've sat here. I can't move now. This is my lucky chair.
Hey, you're in my lucky chair.
Miller's Ale House, where the fans go.
Almonds like this, ranch flavored, cashews like that, buffalo flavor. This plus that is flavor harmony. Do all the nuts, and do all the flavor.
Welcome back to the beach, where one super-powered father gave a whole new meaning to SPF.
Here's Vacation Dad Tommy No-Tone Jones setting a daily record for sunscreen application.
He's got reflexes like a cat.
Amazing speed.
Let's take another look in
Now that's how you beach with the best in Myrtle Beach. So long and beach easy. Plan your best beach vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com.
Welcome back, Cornhole fans. College singles crowning a national champion. We looked through kind of the record books. Matthew Stout won the first ever national college singles championship. He goes on to be a long tenured pro. Then there's also this other guy that used to play in ACL college, just hanging around the staffing area. Oh, there he is. Yeah, somebody kick him out. Jake Brandon.
Is that the guy that sold a championship on the
Wow.
broadcast? I can't remember. Was that him?
I think I remember it as the guy that almost hit the greatest bar of soap ever. Almost.
Almost.
From the legend from Towson University.
As I was told when I was younger, almost is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades.
I mean, you said it, not me. So, Jake, he said it. When he goes back and listens to this, it was Anthony's fault. All right, next matchup here. Going to be a couple smaller colleges going head-to-head here. Canon Hatcher is, I made a comment about his fit. He's branded with his school all over the place. So he said his Northwestern State University of Louisiana. NSULA is what the acronym for the school is. So I am not familiar, but he's certainly geared up and ready to go. He's going up against Troy McLuhan. Troy is from Manchester Tech, or Manchester Institute of Technology. I'm actually going to look at where that's from. There's so many. Every time I type in Manchester, it's bringing me up to England. I don't think Troy is from England, so we'll figure it out here in a second. But these guys go head-to-head. These are the first opening bags thrown. I see Logic. Is this Logic on Logic?
That's what it looks like, yeah. And you said smaller schools, Trey, but these are big talents. I mean, if you look at the entire field of 100-plus college singles players, Canon Hatcher has got to be at the top. And I tell you what, this Troy McLuhan kid is solid as well. If you look at their previous matchups, combined, both of them, all their matches, they have only given up 5 points total. So these guys are blowing their opponents out, hitting 21, not even needing 12 rounds.
Yeah, big push there. Cannon Hatcher in his first game here in the bracket, he came in as the 3 seed after qualifying, so you know he was he threw a 10.38 against Tyrell Jackson. Tyrell Jackson, for those who don't know, one of the better players at Oklahoma State. So he came out firing. You might not even known who Tyrell was, but a good run there. Troy McLuhan, back-to-back games, threw a 9.5 in his first game PPR and then threw an 8.78. So again, a really solid player.
And he's going to be doing it. He's going to be doing it with that kind of Eric Davis style play. You know, it's going to be really dirty. He's going to roll a lot of stuff. It's almost unfortunate these boys are running into each other in round 3 because I think talent-wise, these are king seat style matches.
Yeah, and we're actually getting, it's actually NOLA bags. It is not, it just kind of looked very similar.
Does have that look.
But it is NOLA bags, so good call there from the chat. And the Cannon Hatcher branded ones. Yeah, he's a big player for them, obviously. Got NOLA on the jersey. I should have recognized that. And then obviously I'm kind of embarrassed being born up in Massachusetts, Manchester as in Manchester, New Hampshire. So that's kind of low-key embarrassing, I'm not going to lie.
Nice level 1. Let's see what Troy has here. Does he have a reverse cut? He's going to go roll instead.
I'm sorry. Fisherman420 in the YouTube chat. I shot against Troy a few weeks ago. He lost. Are we just bragging in the chat? What are we doing, guys? McLuhan there blocks up behind. There is still a little bit of a window here on the left side. And he doesn't take it. He just goes over everything.
Should get another roll here out of Troy. Looks good online. And that thing just skips right over. It never tumbled. The logo stayed up the entire time. A chance to score another little skip shot or roll for Troy. And he is coming out of this with 2. And he gets it. That's going to tie it up at deuces after 3 rounds of play. And here's that 4th shot. That's back-to-back. Look at that thing. You see the logo the entire way. It never went on edge. That tells me he is mocking the angle of the board. If you can hit the board on the exact angle, 11 degrees is the slope of that board. He threw that bag at 11 degrees. You get more of a hop or bounce than tumbling edge over edge into a roll.
Yeah, I mean, that'll say it right there. 11 degrees from the professor. If degrees was on your bingo card, bang.
It was on your bingo card.
Another bag in there for McLuhan. He's got 2 off to the side, though. Will Hatcher go after his bag? I think now having it back to the left may make him more likely to go after it, to feel like he's going to get some points early. He is going up, and he gets the drag. Cannon Hatcher, statement airmail there. No hesitation, going to get 2 points and take the lead 4-2 here.
Yeah, he's mad. Watch the head shake. Kind of shakes his head, and he's like, I shouldn't have had to do that. He had to rescue himself on bag 4 with the miss on 3. He wanted 4, not 2. That's the kind of player you're going to get out of Cannon Hatcher. I mean, this guy's beat some of the best players in the game. He's a pro-level player. He's going to have to rescue that one as well. He does have a strong right to left if he needs it. Oh, and he ends up way too left. That's a wide open hole here for Troy. He could get 4 out of this if he stays left. He helps collect. For a guy like Troy, you can't be happy with that shot. You had a bumper out to the left. Use it. Oh, my gosh. Just go on for 4. I don't think you do anything crazy here.
Yeah, do you even try to – he's not even going to throw it. He actually looked over. He's got some friends or teammates over to the side, and they're like, don't throw it. And now their friends or teammates are waving at us. They say, yeah, that was us. We did that. That's some smart play there. Do you think he could have landed it?
You know, that slick side, I'm guessing Hatcher's bags are pretty slow. I think it would have been okay even though it was slick side.
In a way, though, you can't argue with taking the lead.
Facts. Yeah, lead bag in these round-limited matches, so important. You set the tone. Do I want to force my opponent to chase me running? Do I want to manufacture points with some type of a block? What we typically see at the pro level, when you have a lead in round-limited format, you run bags. There's no need to go out and try and manufacture points. Force your opponent to lay the block, which we know is one of the hardest shots, to lay a center board block. Does Hatcher go slick side? Let's get a glimpse into how fast these bags are. He's going to go stick and push through. No, he's going up. Trey!
Oh my goodness, I thought he hit it. And honestly, it hit, but then just the ricochet back towards the hole clipped a little bit of the bag. Watch this again.
Come on, that's gutsy.
It's good there, and then as it just ricocheted, wow. That was almost going to be number 1 on Corey's top 10 that he's going to pull together. Dang.
We talk about feet in the water. Those are corners of bags in the water. There were 2.5 feet in the water. I don't know if I like that backside, but man, he hit it perfectly.
A little step out here, maybe just trying to go side by side or sneak in the left side. Oh, a miss there from Hatcher. It's a clear opportunity. McLuhan can take the lead.
Oh, for a right-hander, this plays out well for that right to left, Trey.
Oh, and it just hangs up. That's going to be 2 points, though, for Troy McLuhan. He takes the lead.
So for Troy, that's short on your mark. And that's what ended up left, because he did get the right to left like we were talking about, but he needed to be deeper up the board. Basically land probably where Stevie's hand is, releasing the bag. Let that right to left work its way around the blocker.
I'm waiting for chat to span the score. As we see 2 Logic players there. Top players Ethan Walker and Dave Morse. Probably out here taking a look at Troy McLuhan saying, all right, I don't know if they know each other, but hey, you're throwing Logic. I'm going to be rooting for you. I'm assuming is there Logic there. You get that? All right, there's the first comment. I was waiting for a 6-7 comment, but Cash Monty gets it. Oh, and does Hatcher go for a drag? Possibly. No, he's cutting around.
Oh, my.
But it doesn't fall. That will still give him the lead, though. So back and forth we go in this one. It's now going to be 8-7 entering round number 9.
Yeah, at the pro level, they make the roll bags look so easy, but 3 things have to happen all at the same time. 1, your line needs to be correct. 2, you have to have it on the right edge. And then 3, your spot landing on the board. In those cases, when you end up short, you end up with too much left. Too much right to left, and that happened to both guys.
Fast side down coming here. Oh, and it just skips over. Too much heat on the push. Hatcher just goes right up and over. I feel like it's the same shot. You just know you got to take a little bit off. And he does perfectly.
He might still get a point out of this. Use that left bag. I like actually a slick side bank off the left, but he's going to go stick. And there it is. You get that right to left. I mean, all you got to do is, and that's telling me he's not as comfortable with the slick side of his bag. He just threw one slick side off the back. A little bank slick left. You trickle in. He chose to go stick.
There's the Troy McLuhan fan club. They were trying to figure out where the camera was. Hatcher, 2-point lead, 3 rounds to go.
Here's where you would, if you're Gavin Cano, he's going slick side, inside arm collect, and that's what we're gonna get.
That was pretty good. That's pretty darn good.
That's pretty solid, and so was that block. That block might be better.
How do you even attack this? Do you go really hard? He's going fast side, Anthony. He's going really hard. He does pull it. He sacrificed it. It's not the worst bag in the world, Anthony. You are going to give up a point here, but it was damage control. I think you could have given up a lot more points if you don't make that shot.
Oh, my.
But that's going to be a back-breaking 4-pointer as you miss the open slide shot. That's going to put Cannon Hatcher on 13, and now a 6-point lead with 2 rounds to go. 4 seed in the tournament, one of the heavy favorites. That's tough sledding.
Devastating open board miss. I mean, like you said, you only have 2 more rounds of scoring. You gave 3 points to your opponent with only 2 rounds to go. That's essentially a dagger for a guy like Troy going up against Cannon. I mean, Cannon's thinking, I just got to put a couple bags in the hole to win this thing.
It is a good block followed by a good roll. Now you're hoping your opponent misses. You get one there. You got to hit the same shot 2 more times. McLuhan doesn't get all the way over. There's kind of a mini lane that's been created. And Hatcher misses. I think there's nothing else besides attacking the left side really hard. I don't know. Maybe I'll get your opinion on this. I don't like taking a chance down 6, hoping that my bag gets held up on a roll.
Right.
You know, I mean, if I throw this roll and it gets hung up at the side, I get nothing. I'd almost rather take the chance at a big push and seeing if a couple of mine go.
I agree 100%. And he's going stick in the hand. I can already see it. Here it goes.
Oh, but it works. All right. Might be proving both of us dumb if he comes back and scores 4 in this last round. I just didn't like the chance of it holding on or gripping another bag, but he just delicately gets over that pile and drops.
I just think you needed 2 bags in the hole coming into this final round. I mean, 4 points down, 1 round to play. But he'll certainly be coming out with a level 1 or a level 2 block to try and manufacture something. He will need to go get his block eventually, so it's got to be a deep block. He's already given up. He's cashing in, Trey. I don't like it.
Wow.
4 points is totally doable if you lay a perfect level 1, and he had lead bag.
What is happening?
He cashed in.
Can you give me any logic?
No. Down 4, you have lead bag. At least throw a level 1 to see what Hatcher gives you on his first bag.
I don't think I've ever been more speechless.
I think he's going to look back at that and go, what the heck was I thinking?
Wow. Well, one of the most wild endings to a game that I've seen. Cannon Hatcher going to win that and advance to the next round. We get our first taste of Winthrop coming up next.
And we're live at the beach, following one beacher leveling up in her hero's journey.
This is Bridget, paperback writer, finally with a moment of peace, and she is locked in on her beach read.
Looks like paper beats metal. Do I smell bookworm?
What a leap!
Dusty. I don't think she noticed.
Is that a mime?
I believe that's a Frenchman asking for directions.
Now that's how you beach with the best in Myrtle Beach. Stay beachy, everyone. Plan your best beach vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com.
This isn't just a backyard game anymore. It's focus, precision, pressure. Different backgrounds, same mindset. We show up to compete and earn respect 1 bag at a time. Because when you really care about the game, it starts with the right bag. Brotherhood Cornhole, where respect isn't given, it's thrown.
Strength, style, simplicity, no fluff. Just real beard care that delivers. Step 1, wash and tame. Keratin strengthens, cleanses, and conditions. Step 2, beard oil. Jojoba hydrates. Soy protein strengthens. Instant upgrade. Finish strong with beard balm. Olive oil fights frizz. Beeswax locks it in. Sharp, controlled, unstoppable. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Beard Guys has your back. Unleash your beast.
Welcome back, Cornhole fans, here inside the Myrtle Beach Sports Center. Making our way through college singles action. Cannon Hatcher escapes. Weird ending to that one. I think the chat was along with us. I saw, why did that make me mad is probably my favorite comment in there. So I don't get it, but we're here. Cannon Hatcher advances. Next up, we're going to see Winthrop versus Collin College. This is our first taste, and I think we purposely held off on showing Winthrop because there's going to be a lot of Winthrop the rest of the way here. A lot of Winthrop players still alive, but there are plenty of upsets and plenty of top other players still in this one. But here in college singles, next game is going to be Luke Herbert from Winthrop University there on the left, going up against Cody Brooks from Collin College in McKinney, Texas. Cody Brooks, Galen Horacek from Collin. They played in this event a couple years in a row now. And so they'll look to see if they can get their first championship or Cody can get his first. They've done their down and backs, and away we go.
Yeah, and these are single elimination brackets. So we had 2 brackets, 64-man brackets. We're essentially down to the final 8 in each bracket. Luke and Cody coming out of bracket B in that top right section if you're following along in bracket play. The winner of this is going to get the winner of Jackson Remick and Al, if you can help me with the name. I don't know, Quiznell.
Well, that's going to be the next game up. We're going to show that one next here. So we'll get to know Al very quickly. Or no, is that AJ? AJ.
Oh, sorry,
Quiznell.
AJ.
Yeah, we're going to get to know AJ Quiznell very, very well next game. He'll play Jackson Remick. So as you said, the winner of that game will play the winner of this game.
Since we're on that bracket, I'll just kind of look at the other side for you real quick. That's still in bracket B. The other 4 players on the left side of bracket B, we got Tyler Harrington against Gavin Hammond. We got Alex Weaver and Dylan Graham. Those are the 8 players left in bracket B.
So we look over into bracket A. We have 8 players remaining as well there. Colson Clary is playing Michaela Calvie. Landon Sawyer is playing Josh Quinn. Cannon Hatcher playing Evan Rainier. And then Sal Sandoval playing Chase Wongsness.
Man, how about Michaela Calvie last night in the teams event? Leveled up her roll bag. She was 3 for 4 on the roll, and it was so clutch. It was a big part in that big W, the big dub to basically lock up the teams event last night. I was super impressed with that.
Luke Herbert blocks behind there. Just going to lay up there. Herbert, obviously, Winthrop Eagles. Get a chance to see Herbert. I would say he's a lot of people love Herbie, they call him. And this would be a big momentum builder for him to get into a Final Four, right? When you think Winthrop Eagles, you're going to think of the big names, the Jackson Remicks, the Gavin Hammonds, Josh Quinns of the world, right? Herbert looking to make a name for himself there.
Winthrop right across the street from the ACL HQ. You said you ran a practice session one time. What does that look like? What does a practice session look like?
Well, you know, a lot of these guys, you know, when I've seen some of their practices, they're running a lot of situational things, and they're also trying to, you know, encounter. There's not a lot of, at least later in the season, a lot of technique-driven things. You're not looking to change technique. A lot of them are trying to do that maybe in the spring. In the fall, you're kind of going situationally, right? Focusing a lot on round-limited play, focusing a lot on aggressiveness, and then a lot of, like I said, situational. I mean, I know one way that they end their practices, everybody gets one single bag. This is how they end some of their practices. Everybody on the team gets one single bag, and you have to stand in front of everybody and make a single slide shot to end practice.
Okay.
Right? It's just one of those instances where you're not going to teach Luke Herbert how to throw a roll. He knows how to do that.
Right.
What you can is simulate pressure and simulate game situations.
Got you. Big roll back here to make up for that mistake on the push. Oh my goodness, that's 2 off the back for Herbert.
Early 5-0 lead here. And Brooks pushes one out to the side. It's going to be first opportunity here for Herbert.
Yeah, you were talking about some of the better players at Winthrop. I did ask a unnamed Winthrop player yesterday who he thought the best player at Winthrop was. I won't mention who that was, but he did say he thought Jackson Remick was the best player at Winthrop.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson has really been good over the past few months, really focused. And we're going to see him next. We'll see if that lives up to the billing, as Herbert in a position here. He can get a bunch of points, misses one there. So likely can't maximize, but can still walk away with points. Oh, Brooks misses one over. Can he sneak in the front side for 4? He cannot, but it is going to be 2 points. Herbert will get on the board, make it 5-2 as we head into round number 5.
That is back-to-back rounds for Herbert, unable to finish on bag 4, leaving a lot of points out there. There was a 3-point bag off the back. That's 2 points right there that he gave up. So you're talking 5 points that Herbert left on the board in the last 2 rounds.
It stays on the board and gets all the way up to in front. It's good hole control positioning as Herbert steps out, maybe trying to hop over this left side.
I'd like a slick side at that point. You have the bully opportunity on the angle. Slick back doesn't need to go, but at least push through. We got a split at the pro level. I would say 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a slick side split right here, and we got stick in the hand. There is a nice ramp for the roll bag.
Doesn't get the split, kind of in between, takes everything. Try to reverse cut there, not able to hit it. And now Herbert can go in to guarantee points. He does not, but it's going to require either a long roll or an airmail to wash out the round, unless you feel like there's a push opportunity, but I see slow side down. He's going to take a timeout. What are you thinking here?
Yeah, the first thing I noticed was both players going back-to-back reverse cuts. And for those not familiar, you're basically putting the bag on different edges, and you accomplish that with pinky placement. Your reverse cut is going to be pinky low. In your normal cut, you're really going to roll that wrist sky high, and you're going to get that pinky high. In this situation here, I mean, we haven't really seen the airmail highlighted yet. A lot of rollback attempts out of Cody. If this, I'm going to go to Gavin Cano again here. He would slick side split this, but I don't think that these players are playing at that level. It's going to be a rollback based on the side selection. Though he's going airmail tray, so we got an airmail long out of Cody. But yeah, this is a sheer sign of a slick side split at the pro level.
The chat was split on that one. Some of them liked the slick side, some of them wanted the airmail. In the end, the airmail was the decision, but it does not connect.
Yeah, and this is really just comes down to knowing the player and their style of play and what they're comfortable with. And that's a clear distinction between your pro players. Those guys are so comfortable with both sides of the bag, stick, slick.
Another bag out to the side for Herbert. See if Herbert tries to roll over everything here. Hey, kind of go side by side here.
You got to block this, and that's what you get. With 2 bags, I don't hate something short on the airmail. I don't think it all goes, but maybe you get it all up into the hole and then something big on bag 4.
Oh, a big airmail there from Herbert. And now we're even. Herbert's got better positioning with the 2 bags. The question is, could they be collected? Brooks going up for the airmail. He's off the back. What can Herbert do? Will he try? Remain.
We haven't had a lot of those double 4-baggers, and if we did a round 10 PPR check, you know, basically coming into about round 7 or 8, these guys were sitting in the 7s, and I think that goes to show, you know, the airmails off the back. We had a slick bag off the back, just kind of favoring rolls versus cleaning up a lot, which we see at the pro level. But really, for the most part, it's been pretty dirty. There's been stuff in the way for most of this game.
That was an intentional block for sure from Herbert, and it doesn't get in the way quite of Cody Brooks. Herbert goes in, but that time it got in the way. Will Brooks miss again, or will we stay at 9-5? He does not miss again. This is in for another wash to stay 9-5. It's in.
He's definitely figuring out that bag 4 in the back half of this match. That bag 4 was not working for him earlier, cost him some points. 2 rounds of scoring. You got to get a little something going here in this round for Herbert. You don't want to go into the final round down 4, because if you're Troy, McLuhan, you're cashing out. I don't think we're going to get that here from Luke Herbert, though, but you want to go into round 12 down 2 at the most. Choosing not to start manufacturing. I think you level 1 at this point, Trey. You're running out of time. There was a bit higher bag. That's nice. A little bit left on line. Drag opportunity is there, Trey. There's a little leg, a little foot in the water sticking out at the 6 o'clock. Had to have it. Had to have that one.
Now does Brooks just stay down the center and say I'm content with whatever happens? Is there a bar of soap maybe? You thinking about it? It's tough. It's I don't know if it's elevated enough, but I think you might have to.
It is definitely elevated enough. And what Trey is saying is an airmail doesn't do you much good. You come out of this with an 8-8. You're down 4 in round 12. I think you bar a soap at this point.
Low percentage, but got to try something.
Low percentage. The drag isn't there because you have a 1-pound bag sitting on top of your black BG. And slick side in the hand, I think that's what we're going to get, Trey.
Bag is away, and it knocks him in, stays on. It's going to be 2 points for Brooks. That's going to put him on 11, and now 6 points is going to be the deficit here in round number 12.
This is where if I'm staring at Eric Davis, he's still in the game. This is where Eric Davis can pull a 6 out with something wild, but man, it is very difficult to pull off a 12-6-6.
And that's in the lane, but the problem is when you're trying to score 6, you got to be in a collectible position.
Beautiful reverse cut from Cody to help lock this up. I mean, that's the 6 on the board he needs. He's just got to put 1 on to lock this game up.
Fast bag coming here, and it's going to be a little bit deep. And Brooks has got it locked up. That is going to get the victory, Anthony. He's going to advance, and he'll play the winner of our next matchup. Big performance from Brooks. All right, we're going to take another break. More live action from college singles when we come back live from Myrtle Beach. Cornhole fans, we are getting into the play-in games. We're getting closer to the play-in games, I should say, for our broadcast tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. All right, next game up is going to be, oh, wow, look at that beard, though. We got to admire that. Oh, beard guy's best beard in the crowd. Yeah, there we go. Thumbs up. I like it. I like it. All right. Well, the next competitors, no beards on these guys.
Zero beards.
Zero beards. That's why we had to go to the crowd for this. All right. First, I'll say the chat was blowing up about headphones. Cody Brooks was told after the game he can't play with headphones in his ears for the next game. So I know that the chat was going crazy on that one. But he has been told the rules. So next game he's on here, he will not be wearing those. So everybody can take a deep breath. All right. Next up. We are going to have, and I didn't get AJ's school, I meant to ask him, but AJ Quesnel against Jackson Remick. You talked about it, Anthony. Remick being, by some unnamed source, according to the best player on the Winthrop team. And I think there'd be plenty of people. There's some arguments to be made about who's number one on any given day. In this instance, I wouldn't argue too much if you're going to say Jackson Remick would be the top player on this team.
Yeah, and for this matchup, this is where you don't look at the PPR. Jackson Remick, one of those players that really dirties the board up. You're not going to know how good he is until you look at the DPR. Jackson Remick leading his bracket with a 2.26 DPR. I know Jackson really well. I've watched him mature his game from the very beginning. We're both out of Colorado. He's at a Thunder Ridge High School. I saw him really start his game. And man, when he got really good and he started beating everybody and beating me pretty consistently, he played with the stickiest bags you could find. This is back in the day with like the 2021 or 2022 Mercenaries. Those things can get really, really sticky and slow, and he just loves that environment. So don't look at PPR for Remick. You're looking at DPR because he can make some magic happen when there's traffic in front of the hole. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see Jackson Remick last night. He was that anchor match in the college teams event, so he only got to play if it was 1-to-1, and unfortunately, we didn't get to see him play, but he's getting his opportunity right now in singles. There's one thing I'd say about Jackson Remick's roll bag, and I'd say kind of a similar thing from Ethan Walker. A lot of guys will roll also in the tilt position. He's like in a true backload position. So what that means is if you were on the opposite side of the board, you just see the carpet side of that bag looking at you straight, which makes his bag tumble straight more. It's more a true roll to the hole. It doesn't go right to left. So his landing mark will really stay center of the board because it rolls pretty straight.
Oh, a nice little roll in there from Remick. You think an airmail at some point here, Anthony?
Man, that double drag is as tempting, right? I mean, you got to throw that one on 4.
I feel like now, definitely that your landing zone has been taken away. You got to go after it.
Got to go after it. Same shot for Remick. Nothing changed for him. I kind of eliminated the opportunity to drag, but man, there is a wide open airmail.
Oh, and worst case scenario, you go for the airmail, you knock in an opponent. Oof.
And yours goes off the back. You are right. That is the worst case scenario.
There's a quick little word of exchange between Jackson and Coach.
You know, if you look at AJ's bag flight, just without seeing anything else, you'd be like, all right, he's kind of a tier 2 or 3 style player. But man, you look at his stats, he is 3rd in the bracket in PPR. It's kind of this Matt Guy wobbly style bag in the air, but he must have a solid line.
Bag a little bit out to the left. This is going to be an advantage again for Remick. He sits in front. just hops all the way over. Really good roll there by Quesnel.
Remick going for it now. He wants to clean up that front bag. We got slick side down.
He goes through everything. Oh, and it's off the side now. This is starting to avalanche a little bit here. And Remick smells blood in the water, I think.
His line is so good. That slick side right up the middle, not collecting.
Oof. And that's going to be a 7 spot for Remick. 14-0. Jackson's bags are sticky, says the chat. That is true. He's got slow bags.
We saw that win by Cody Brooks in the quarterfinals. If we look to the left side, the next round is set. Gavin Hammond ended up getting the win against Tyler Harrington. That puts him into the semifinal. We could end up with a partner versus partner matchup. That would be Gavin Hammond against Jackson Remick. If they both take down a dub, that would be your bracket final in B. And those boys go all the way back to high school. Both of them go to Thunder Ridge High School out of Colorado. They both came up together and ended up at Winthrop. The first D1 recruits. Trey, that was actually a really cool moment in my career. You gave me the phone call and said, hey, we're looking at our first D1 recruits. And you gave me the opportunity to kind of break the news to them. Man, that was a really cool phone call, hitting those boys up. And, man, they were super pumped, and here they are at Winthrop just dominating.
Question in the chat, will the finals be on YouTube? Yeah, it'll be ESPN+, Facebook, YouTube, same place it was last night when we did all the big finals and events in the streaming. So, again, tonight the schedule will be the college singles and the college doubles final 4, followed by the high school teams finals match. 8:30 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Using the entire box. Look at Remick. As long as you have a toe there in the black portion of that box, you're good. He's using every bit of it.
Good positioning, and right now you can be defensive. 16-0, you can just be in front. Being in front is okay. A nice clean airmail. I don't think that touched rim. That was straight through, clean.
Jackson looking to clean up. Look at that green down. That's going to be the fast side of the bag.
Remick, fast side down here, just attacking that left side bag. Bag is away. Oh, and he hits it in and takes good position. That may take away the airmail, Anthony.
Look at that bag. You see that little hint of a ring on Jackson Remick's bag right next to the ACL symbol? That is a sheer sign of someone that can roll and cut. We call that the carpet ring. Yeah, so I think that you're just landing your bag on edges so often that you just work that material flat, and you end up with this perfect ring in the middle. If you look at Ethan Walker's bags, same ring. It's always with your top level roll guys that have those rings. I think you're just constantly hitting everything but the center of the bag, if you can imagine, because you're landing on angles so often.
Could also be, I think sometimes as well, the combination of that and, when you spin a bag, centripetal force, right, you're going to get thrown to the outside of the bag, right? So the beads inside the center are not going to have, it's not going to be very high volume of beads in the center. So that combined with a lot of landing on the sides is going to do that.
Exactly, yeah. We kind of look at those in 2 pieces, and that was the second piece. And then when you land on edges, you have all of the beads just hammering that fabric. But even with your guys that don't roll and they have nice flat bags, you don't typically have as exaggerated of a ring. So it's like a combination of both.
Man, now you're just tempted. I feel like you got to go up here. He is going up, and he does not hit it. Jackson Remick is about as locked in as you can be right now.
He's looking really, really good right now. We kind of went through bracket B just real quick. If we jump over to bracket A, that is also in your semifinals. Michaela Calvie making her way into the semifinals against Josh Quinn. That'll be a Winthrop versus Winthrop matchup. And we have Sal Sandoval against Canon Hatcher. 3 of the 4 players in the semifinals of bracket A out of Winthrop.
Remick just rolls all the way up and over. This could be game time here. And I think just laying on top is probably best here. Do whatever you can to limit anything crazy. That's exactly what happens.
Oh, gosh, you couldn't go down there and just place the bag any better, Trey.
Just putting a nice little bow on this game. Pure domination. And that is going to do it. Jackson Remick, the most dominating performance we've seen. Well, you hyped him up as the best player on the team, and he looked pretty smart right there, Anthony. He was unbelievable.
Locked in. He's ready.
He is ready indeed. Well, we have 2 play-in games to the broadcast to show you back-to-back. Live next on court number 1, it's Michaela Calvie versus Josh Quinn.
Out here, there are no half measures. Doing it right is plan A and plan B. You need equipment that's up to the challenge. All day, all conditions, all year round.
Welcome to Miller's Ale House.
Hey, would you mind? I always sit here during the games. It's my lucky chair.
Yeah, my team has scored twice since I've sat here. I can't move now. This is my lucky chair.
Hey, you're in my lucky chair.
Miller's Ale House, where the fans go.
Almonds like this, ranch flavor. Cashews like that, buffalo flavor. This plus that is flavor harmony. Do all the nuts, and do all the flavor.
Welcome back to the beach, where one super-powered father gave a whole new meaning to SPF.
Here's Vacation Dad Tommy No-Tone Jones setting a daily record for sunscreen application.
He's got reflexes like a cat.
Amazing speed.
Let's take another look.
Now that's how you beach with the best in Myrtle Beach. So long and beach easy. Plan your best beach vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com.
Camping World.
Welcome back, Cornhole fans. Getting ready to go to our first play-in game of the day. Trying to get our final 4 of college singles. And first up is going to be Josh Quinn versus Michaela Calvie, winner. A date with ESPN Plus tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Josh Quinn, the reigning college doubles national champion alongside Luke Bryant last year. Michaela Calvie, a freshman at Winthrop. Both players looking to make a run and possibly become a national championship. Michaela Calvie would become the first woman to ever win the National College Cornhole Championship in singles if she can do it. And Anthony, you've been impressed with her.
Let me tell you, this girl is throwing absolute gas. What she was doing last night is carrying over right here in warm-ups. She missed no airmail. She missed no rolls in warm-ups. I'm sitting here waiting for her to miss a bag. The roll bag. I was completely surprised last night in the team's event, and there is a good example of it. She's leveled up her game. She's added the roll bag, and if you go to Michaela Calvie 2 years ago, she was an 11-plus player by running bags and shooting airmails. You add the roll bag to her game, I actually like Calvie in this matchup.
Josh Quinn, the one thing, if you haven't seen him play before, he is going to be highly aggressive, Anthony, which means there's going to be some rounds where he's going to hit a big shot and get a lot of points, and there's going to be a round where he misses big and can give up some big rounds. The key for him is limiting those aggressive mistakes, and if he can do that, he's going to be a really, really tough player to beat in the remainder of this tournament. Again, we are down to our final 8 right now. We are looking to get to our final 4, so a bracket update. Michaela Calvie, Josh Quinn right in front of us. Winner of this will get the winner of Canon Hatcher and Sal Sandoval later on tonight. Right now, Canon Hatcher is currently leading Sal Sandoval 8-4 in round number 9. How funny would that be to get a Sal Sandoval versus Michaela Calvie matchup to go to the finals if they both were to win? Man, that'd be fun to watch. On the B bracket, the other side, we have Cody Brooks and Jackson Remick about to get underway on court number 40. And then the winner of that gets the winner of the game that's on deck here for court number 1. That will be Alex Weaver versus Gavin Hammond.
That was a big miss for Quinn on bag 4, a chance to get 2 points. And if we rewind to last night, Josh Quinn on the struggle bus really in the team's event last night. We didn't get his best stuff, so he's looking to kind of come back here and show what he can do in singles. There is that roll. She went 3 for 4 in her roll bag in the team's matchup last night. She hasn't missed a roll here in this singles semifinal match. I'd like to see her go to the slick side to push that through. Oh, it's wide open, Trey. Now you got to go slick side.
I know she doesn't love the slick side. She doesn't throw it often. Here it comes, and she's able to get 1 to go. I know she probably would have liked more, but I think she'll take it. You're going to force just a roller and airmail just to wash it out. You're in a good position here. Quinn, last bag. He is going for that roll. It doesn't get all the way over, and it's going to be 2 points. Michaela Calvie will draw first blood, and she'll lead 2-0 heading into round number 4. Score update, Canon Hatcher 8-6 over Sal Sandoval in round number 11. That's on court 39. That one is a nail biter. That's to get to the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, Sandoval cooking up in that bracket. He's the #1 out of the entire bracket in PPR. But that would be an unbelievable, that would be a sweet matchup for them to go head-to-head. I'm sure they play against each other all the time. But who wins when it matters?
No points there. We got 2-0. This may stay a low-scoring game the entire way.
I just love Calvie's mindset. You know, you get 2 different body languages out of these 2 players. You'll see Quinn, he's going to show everything on the misses. He's kind of quick out of the box. Calvie just kind of stays locked into the hole on no matter what the result is. She's looking to the next bag.
Gets around it. Calvie stepping out, staying slow side. She goes side by side, really good positioning.
Key block opportunity for Quinn to minimize points, and he hits it perfect. Hasn't missed an airmail yet in warm-ups or game. Shoot this.
And she doesn't go clean. What in the world?
She just got gored. She got double gored.
Oh, Quinn went for a rollover. I don't think I like that decision.
Nah. Walk out of that one with a wash.
You just got away with murder there by not having any of these go and then go for the roll. I just didn't think there was even enough bag to go without dragging something else. But that goes back to the aggression we were talking about.
Yeah, the key piece to that is the backside of Michaela's bags were kind of sitting up. On a roll, you're going to grab one of those anyway. It wasn't worth the risk. Nice center block there, though, on bag 1. There, she is not missing her rolls tray. Unbelievable from Calvie. And you know what I like about her rolls? It doesn't have a lot of rotation to it. I think the less rotation you have, the more friction you get off of that initial hit, and it allows the bag to kind of, with momentum, tumble on itself.
Calvie taking a look. She's looking at the monitor.
If she and one airmails, I'm leaving the building. She's not going to do it, though.
Oh, what picture-perfect block, and now here comes a big airmail, possibly for a drag, trying to even up this round. Bag is away from Quinn, and he wins himself. That is going to be 3 points for Michaela Calvie. She will take a 6-0 lead heading into the second half of this game. And that's a really good highlight if that's Michaela Calvie's bag going off the back of the board, but it was your own.
Yeah, just to keep it fair, I think that was keep the game even. They both hit a backside airmail, didn't drag either one of their bags. Down 6, round 7. If you're Quinn, you definitely are counting rounds and how many opportunities I have to score. There's a missed cut shot. Really the first miss we've seen from Calvie. Even if we go back to last night, she's been so on point. That's her first legit miss.
And it only matters if you can clean it up here for Quinn, but he is off the side. Side by side, on left side, on right side, but she doesn't have a bag left. There's still that same push opportunity here. Quinn's bag is away, and he goes in. I believe that's a wash, right?
That is a wash, or there's one off the back. What do we got here? Two off?
Yeah, I think they each have one off the back. 5 on 5 there. Brutal.
Yeah, I got distracted for a second because Sal Sandoval has entered the arena. He ends up taking an L, though, Trey. Canon Hatcher moving on to the final of Bracket A. So the winner of this gets the winner of Canon Hatcher. Nice deep level 1. What is Quinn going to do with this? He backs. That is a draggable bag. Going to go with the roll to start. That's typically what we see at this level is when you have 2 bags left, players will roll on bag 3, airmail on bag 4. Nice roll for Quinn. We should get an airmail here out of Calvie with 2 drag opportunities.
Oh, what a rollover.
Being conservative paid off. She said, I'm not going to airmail this one. Let me get something wash. And it works out. Again, Calvie, a legit airmail. I mean, that was her go-to shot before she developed this roll bag. So Calvie showing she has a deep bag of shot selections, and starting off with a level 1. The last round, same setup. Josh Quinn did back block this. Let's see if he stays consistent.
Oh, blocks behind, and you got to, roll, right? Has to be.
You know what? Up 6, round 9. I love the roll. I love just keeping it conservative for now.
But she's been so good with it. It's more of what I'm saying. It's just like, and Quinn cannot get any pop. His bags are getting caught on those rolls embedded in the block bag.
She's staying conservative, Trey, and I like it. She's up 6.
And now she's covered. I'm actually okay. This might be crazy to say. I'm okay if she just wants to board the last bag.
Facts. Now you push through.
Yeah, now I like the slick side because everything's cleared out of the way now.
And she's 2-1 on the hole. 2 whites in his one black bag. She's got to bump her out to the left. If she does kind of sling her bag left, she's going to take Quinn with her.
There's no downside to a fast side up the center.
No downside.
If you miss left, you have the only thing you can't do is literally side rail it.
Facts.
Even if you miss left or missed right, there are bags so far opposite end of the board that you're going to get drawn back towards the center. I mean, this is a bag that you just flip it over, throw it with decent speed. You don't need to chuck it. and whatever falls. You're going to go 2 for 1 at worst.
100% with a bar of soap opportunity too. Oh, and she went right. That was the only thing that could have happened.
We said, I mean, she made contact with that side rail. I mean, that's the only thing you couldn't do. Now, I mean, if I'm trying to look for a positive, Quinn doesn't have much besides probably just laying up and taking a point, and that's what he's going to do.
Oh, look at the shake in her head. That's the most you're going to get out of Calvie. She remains pretty solid in the head game, but man, you're right. That was going right was the only bad shot, and that's what she did.
But still got a 5-point lead, 3 rounds remaining.
Getting that point does give Quinn lead bag, and that's exactly what you want to do, a lane side block.
The good news is it's going to be unlikely that Quinn can pull that bag in without also taking Calvie's. But there's finally that bag, that roll that Quinn hadn't been able to hit the first half of this game. Uh-oh.
Door is open. There was a roll left, a roll right. Oh, this could be a big round coming into round 11.
She brings it closer. She's going to have one more bag to bring that in. The difference between 2 and 4 is massive right now.
Do not side rail on a step out. Oh, good collect tray.
We will look back. If she finds a way to hold on there, that may be the game winner.
That was a key bag.
She's still got plenty of work to do, but like you said, a step out, a side rail there, all of a sudden we're talking about a 7, we're talking about a lead change. Maybe she bunches up, gives up a 6. I mean, there's just so many different things that could have happened there.
But Quinn doing everything right here coming into the last couple rounds. He's making moves, closing up the gap in this score. It was 6-0 at one point.
Bag's as good as in. Not worried about that one.
I like the 3B3 here. 3BB, a little third bad block, and that's what you get.
A little bit hot there.
Got to get these 2, Trey. That would take you into round 12 at 6-5. Big
push, and Quinn hits it. Can Calvie maintain the lead? She can, and it is 6-5, round number 12.
5 unanswered, and here's that key push. Slick side down for speed. Look at the celebration from Quinn. Nothing really going his way in the first half of this match. Everything going his way coming into the final round.
4-bagger would win it for Michaela Calvie, but Quinn's got first bag, and he puts it in. Bag 2.
Does the block come now? He was blocking on bag 1.
He's a little bit left, and Calvie cleans everything up.
3BB. There it is, third bad block.
Will she go slide or try to hop over this? She's going with a little bit of a roll. She catches the side. That's not terrible positioning.
This could set up a drag bag airmail for the win, but Quinn needs the slick side push.
He's going after it, and he does not hit it. And now all you have to do is be on the board. She goes in, and Michaela Calvie is booked her ticket to the Final Four of college singles, looking to become the first woman in history to win this event. The national doubles champion from last year, Josh Quinn, will settle for a 5th place finish. Wow, wow, wow. Well, we got 1 game remaining to crown out our Final Four. We'll be back right after this.
And we're live at the beach, following one beacher leveling up in her hero's journey.
This is Bridget, paperback writer, finally with a moment of peace. And she is locked in on her beach read.
Looks like paper beats metal. Do I smell bookworm?
What a leap!
Dusty. I don't think she noticed.
Is that a mime?
I believe that's a Frenchman asking for directions.
Now that's how you beach with the best in Myrtle Beach. Stay beachy, everyone. Plan your best beach vacation at visitmyrtlebeach.com.
This isn't just a backyard game anymore. It's focus, precision, pressure. Different backgrounds, same mindset. We show up to compete and earn respect one bag at a time. Because when you really care about the game, it starts with the right bag. Brotherhood Cornhole, where respect isn't given, it's thrown.
Strength, style, simplicity, no fluff. Just real beard care that delivers. Step 1, wash and tame. Keratin strengthens, cleanses, and conditions. Step 2, beard oil. Jojoba hydrates. Soy protein strengthens. Instant upgrade. Finish strong with beard balm. Olive oil fights frizz. Beeswax locks it in. Sharp, controlled, unstoppable. Whether you're a rookie or a pro, Beard Guys has your back. Unleash your beast.
All right, Cornhole fans, we are down to our final game of qualifying play. We have 2 players into the Final Four. A third qualifying match is coming to an end on one of the side courts. So we're ready to dive into our last qualifier. There on the left side of your screen, you see Gavin Hammond of Winthrop University. He's going to be competing against Alex Weaver of Adrian College. And really, this kind of represents number 1 versus number 1 for both schools in a particular way, right? We can certainly talk about talent. Jackson Remick going to be up there, Hayden Gonzalez. But when you talk about kind of the building blocks and the foundations for each of these 2 different programs, Gavin Hammond was kind of viewed as the first building block to build this program. Alex Weaver kind of viewed as the same for Adrian College. So this kind of feels a little bit bigger than just a single game. This is a battle of 2 programs. Hammond and Winthrop will certainly be favored in this one, but Adrian is scrappy. They're going to compete, and they're going to see if they can get a big win to get into the Final Four.
Yeah, Weaver really impressive in the first match that we saw, but if we get the Gavin Hammond that's been playing through this entire bracket, he is going to be hands down the favorite. Leading the bracket with a 10.28 PPR and a 1.9 DPR. Not the Gavin Hammond we saw last night in the teams event, so he's definitely figured something out carrying over to the next day here in college singles. Could not place that bag more perfect. That is a pro-level block. That's going to force a slick side. Heated push here.
He goes through, and that's a really good, that's a good recovery there. You're still going to give up points, but it was almost looking like it was going to be a 4-point round. To cut that in half is great. All right, score update. Like I said, we have Michaela Calvie, we have Canon Hatcher. Both those players are into the Final Four. We only have 2 spots remaining. The other one is going on court number 40, and there is a battle going on between Jackson Remick and Cody Brooks. Currently, Cody Brooks is leading that game 16-12. They are in round number 10. So Jackson Remick, who we just saw absolutely dominate on this court, is going to have 3 rounds to make up a 4-point deficit if he wants to get into this Final Four.
Yeah, and just to note, those boys are in the finals of doubles as well. So both fighting for 2 appearances.
Bag 4 being delivered here by Hammond, and it's in. I tell you what, Hammond looks sharp compared to what we saw last night. A little bit of shaky performance last night in the team's final for Winthrop. Now, it was Winthrop versus Winthrop, so you know that school is getting a ring either way, but I think he'd be pretty disappointed with how he played in his doubles game alongside Tyler Harrington in that team's final. But here, completely different performance that we're seeing. And
you could see it in his bag fight. Last night, the left side of his bag was a little bit lazy. It kind of was flying in a reverse cut position. Less loaded. Man, his bag is looking beautiful today. That thing is loaded and flat. And he's getting that left side up, so it's not as lazy. And that's going to be able to shape his shots a lot better. So I really like what I'm seeing here out of Gavin. Got to shake that off here and just move on to your next shot. He wants to chase it, Trey. He's going for the collect. Does he go slick or stick? I like the use of slick, nothing off the back.
Oh, what a collect. And Hammond right now about as locked. I mean, this is kind of like what we saw from Jackson Remick a couple games ago. I mean, that level of locked in.
Yeah, that was beautifully placed. Great speed. That is a pro-level shot there from Gavin Hammond. Another one of those players, especially in doubles, when you put Remick and Hammond together, they've beat some of the best players in the game and made deep runs at opens.
Score update. Jackson Remick has cut the deficit to 1. It is now 16-15. Cody Brooks leading Jackson Remick in round number 11. First miss of the game there from Gavin Hammond with the bag off to the side that breaks his perfect game.
There's no rescuing that one. That one is out of play. You don't chase that. Get your 10, give up 2, and coming out of this one, I don't mind a deep side-by-side or
Gavin,
just in the hole.
Hammond's got a great reverse cut, and he throws it right, I mean, right on cue. I like when that
logo.
happens. Yeah.
We're on the left side. That was logo in our face the whole way.
Yeah, that, I mean, if you want to learn how to throw a reverse cut, put that on tape. And a great follow-up push. Incredible back-to-back bags there. Going to earn Alex Weaver a couple points. But so many times, yeah, let's watch this. Watch the angle. It's opposite of a cut. See this? It's completely the other angle, and he's so good at doing that. It keeps that bag super skinny, a very straight line up the board. So if you are attacking a straight line shot to the side of the hole, it's much easier to stay in that straight line. Really impressive shot. Within a 3-minute span, we've gotten a, man, I hate round limited in the chat, and love round limited, so cutthroat and strategic. It's like, it's such a polarizing format. Now, a reminder, the Pro Tour has exclusively gone away from round limited. The only thing round limited at the pro level now is teams. So teams will stay round limited, but high school, college, and teams remain the only thing. Pro singles, pro doubles, permanently going back to a full play to 21. I think that's music to most people's ears. But a big miss there. Push one in, but you do go off the back. But Weaver not able to take advantage. You can still walk away with this with 3 points, Anthony, on a big push. Fast side down, going after it, and that's exactly what happens. Big push there from Gavin Hammond, and he goes to a 9-2 lead.
I honestly did not see Weaver's bag hanging up. Here it is, slick side. I'm thinking Weaver's bag's coming with it, and it barely moved. What a shot by Hammond to kind of rescue himself. That same shot, nothing changed. He just went off the board fast and right, and he fixed it on bag 4.
Score update on the other remaining play-in game. Jackson Remick has taken the lead, 17-16. They are in round number 12. Him and Cody Brooks. Winner of that goes to the Final Four and will actually play the winner of this game. Would we get a Gavin Hammond versus Jackson Remick in the semifinal?
Hammond getting a little help on another mistake there from Weaver. That reverse cut really coming into play for him here. That is 3 reverse cuts already in this match. Can Weaver stay right? And here's an opportunity to pick up that bag with a split bumper.
Oh, and could this be a 4-point round? You think it can be at least 2. Fast side up the center. Weaver collects. Wow! That's going to be a big 6 spot, and now it's just a single point separating these two. Wow.
Yeah, we got to keep an eye on round 6 for Gavin Hammond, depending on how this game goes. That would have been the turnaround round. Couple mistakes. He went right, he went left. This is typically, if I was a Gavin Hammond, I would have a round where I just run bags. I just want to kind of feel my line. Don't try anything crazy. Let me take round 7 off. I'm fine with a 12-12 wash so I can find my line, but a bit of traffic here with that miss out to the right. In his favor, though. His lane is clean. Weaver's dealing with the blocks.
Tries maybe another reverse cut there. Weaver, you'd be surprised if there's anything here except a roll.
Yeah, and that would put Hammond in a really tough position here on bag 4.
Fast side down coming here for Hammond. Attacking his bag, big push coming, and he gets them both! What a push by Gavin Hammond! Anthony, he misses that. We're talking about a 5 spot. Alex Weaver with a huge lead in the game as we get into the second half, but Hammond completely eliminates any possible damage. Wow.
And after that devastating round 7, I think this was a clutch bag for Hammond to kind of get that momentum moving back in his favor. Again, I like a round of just running bags. Just take a round off here in 8, find your line, put 4 in the hole.
Oh, and he's off the back. Meanwhile, on the other court, I'm keeping you guys updated. Jackson Remick just gave up a single point. It is now in overtime. Cody Brooks and Jackson Remick for a ticket to the Final Four.
Hammond in a tough position. He's back blocking his lane. Wide open lane for Weaver. Impressive bags for Weaver in these last 3 rounds. His roll's been coming through. His push, slick side push has been coming through.
Man, that reverse cut.
Board is showing 8-2. Gavin with a bag off the back. So that's on to give up 5 off of an 8-3. Sorry, yeah, that's right. Weaver's bags all thrown.
Oof.
I mean, you got to roll this. You got to roll this.
I'm definitely not airmailing it. I'm not taking a risk of anything dragging.
Gavin with a legit roll. This would be a tough 5, though, in round 8, and he's doing the math. That would be a 13-9 game, but you really don't have a lot of options here. The good news is you would still have 4 scoring rounds after this.
Oh my goodness, and it's off the side. I cannot believe what has happened in the past couple rounds. I mean, for Hammond to hit such big shots and then to have that, now we're looking at Alex Weaver with a big 5-point lead, 4 rounds remaining.
9-2 in round 5. That is a 12-0 run for Alex Weaver. And a chance to get 2 right back here for Gavin.
Remick and Brooks going to round 14, double overtime. Miss out to the side. Now if you're Weaver, again, washes or wins here, you don't even have to feel like you have to go after your bag. You can leave that in position.
100%. You were not chasing this bag if you were Weaver.
Hammond passes the test of the cut. He's been so good on the reverse cut. This time he's got to throw a traditional cut. And it comes up short. Weaver gets 2 more. 16-9. 3 rounds remaining, 7-point deficit. You're just beyond that 2 points around threshold that we talk about. So there's got to be a round, at least one, in which you get 3 or more.
14-0 run by Weaver. Hammond falling apart here in the middle section of this match. And there's a chance again. He's just taken a mental timeout. That's 2 rounds in a row. Weaver gave him a 2-point bag right out of the gate.
And Hammond's going to make him think about it. He's like, or he's just giving himself a chance to reset. He's taking the full use of this time. I like it. I mean, you got to, right? You got to start manufacturing some level of points here.
Yeah, I would say if we look at the pro division, someone like a Cash Chamness or a Logan Chamberlain, really good at taking these type of timeouts. You don't necessarily need to do any strategic looks or analysis of the board. This is all about just getting myself squared away for this next shot.
That Remick Brooks game is over, but I'm waiting to see what the final score is.
Refresh.
Cody Brooks takes down Jackson Remick in double overtime. There's a chance at this point that Michaela Calvie could be the only Winthrop player into the Final Four if this score holds.
Weaver needs to get up and in that, or it's going to tempt. Oh my, what a shot.
What? That reminds me of that bag we saw last night where the bag just kind of plugged the entire, or maybe we saw this morning. Bag just completely plugs. What a bag by Weaver in round 10.
I don't think you get the drip on that. I think you're on. If you're Hammond, get your 2 points. You still have a lot of work to go, but here it is, man. That thing just flipped over to the 12 o'clock and sits.
Yeah, I wouldn't go. Yeah, and Winthrop liked. I mean, Adrian liked that one. Yeah, I agree with you, Anthony. Look, you got to get points here, and he takes them. Oh my gosh! I thought for a split second that bag
that actually
was
moved
fall.
more than I thought. You got more movement. All the beads just all the resin just kind of settled for 1 second. 5 points to make up in 2 rounds.
But you started it, right? So a 2 and a 3 is not crazy.
Yeah, after a 14-0 run by Weaver, Hammond finally cracks the egg there and gets 2 points, but you're going to need 2 or 3 here at least going into the last round, and that is a good start, Trey. That's a perfect lane side level 1.
That's exactly where you wanted it to be. But Weaver delivers on a roll.
That's a bit of a dagger right there. You're going to need Weaver to completely fall apart. That helps, but still you're looking at a 10-10 wash, Trey.
But fives can happen, right? If you're trying to think positive here for Hammond's sake, a 5-point round is possible. Clean up here. I actually like what he's doing, kind of leaving his own bag there. He'll clean it up later. Maybe you get another miss on a Weaver roll. Hey, you're in a position, use that right side. I like fast side here, just kind of use it as a ricochet to fall in.
100%. And that's going to put Weaver in a position to clean up. Oh, he doesn't get his throw back, but that's going to tempt him, right?
And it doesn't get all the way over. 2 points. This will come down to a 3-point lead in round number 12. The stakes, a trip to the Final Four to join Cody Brooks, Michaela Calvie, and Canon Hatcher.
That takes us back to round 6. We're going to get another timeout here, but that takes us back to round 6. We said, let's remember this round. Hammond comes out right on bag 1. He's left on bag 2, and then he rolled long on bag 3, which forced him to give up a 6 in round 6. That's the round that got him.
Before the previous round, he looked at the official who joined us just at the last game, and he asked him, he said, how many timeouts do I have left? He says, you got 1. So Hammond is taking his timeout right here. Again, this is not strategic. This means that he's not going to have a strategy timeout if this does go to overtime or something else happens. But I think he knows he's kind of use everything, every advantage he can possibly manufacture. And if this ends up working, you can look back to the mental strength here in the past couple rounds to kind of fight through it to be that victory.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping, hey, maybe I'm icing the kicker here a little bit too. Maybe Weaver was in rhythm. He was kind of flowing. You kind of just chop that up a little bit. But he's going to need 2 mistakes from Weaver.
A 4-bagger would win this for Weaver. A 10 would win this for Weaver. And that first bag is a level 2 block and in the landing zone of the roll bag for Weaver. Weaver gets around.
Gosh, that's nicely placed because that's Hammond's lane.
Can Hammond roll over this? He's going with a roll. He gets up and over.
It's going to be roll versus roll, Trey.
Answered by Weaver, and you can hear the alternating cheers from the Winthrop section and from the Adrian section.
Gavin needs 2 successful rolls and 2 missed rolls by Weaver.
He's got positioning. That's not bad positioning.
A stack from Weaver would put him in good position, and he just goes in instead, Trey.
And now you have to have a slick side reverse cut push to take 3 bags in on one shot.
I would leave the building if that actually happened.
He's got to stay skinny. He's got to get them all to stay alive for Gavin Hammond. Bag is away, and he takes the wrong bag. That's going to be a 9-on-8 single point. Weaver doesn't need to throw it, and Adrian College sends a player to the singles Final Four of the National College Cornhole Championship. 4 players, 4 unique schools representing the growth of this game, Anthony. Wow, what a performance by Alex Weaver.
Yeah, really impressed with how he came down the clutch. Gavin Hammond couldn't keep the momentum going from bracket play. Weaver moving on, and look at him celebrating with the entire crew.
What a performance. Our Final Four is set. Alex Weaver of Adrian College versus Cody Brooks of Collin College. Michaela Calvie of Winthrop University will take on Canon Hatcher of Northwestern State. 4, Corey Russell in the truck for Anthony, the Professor Ione. This has been Trey Ryder saying so long, and we will see you tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live on ESPN Plus for the college singles, college doubles, and high school national championships. We see you later from Myrtle Beach.